For the record, I am the flesh and breathing man.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're breathing. So,
For the record, I wanted to make it known that I'm here on special appearance under threat, duress, and coercion. I need to know the jurisdiction this court is operating under.
so have a seat. Do you understand? Yes or no?
I do not understand.
All right. Do you understand what it means to take a seat?
I do understand.
All right. So take a seat.
If I don't come here, warrants will be placed, which I will be kidnapped and held hostage, and I do not want that.
Mr. Casanova, in the human flesh, I'm going to stop you right there. And I want you to hear me clearly.
All right. Today's courtroom showdown features a sovereign citizen facing off against Judge Boyd, but with a twist. Unlike the usual stern approach many judges take, Judge Boyd is handling the situation with an unexpected tactic. Calm, measured, kindness. It's not what we typically see in these encounters, and honestly, it's refreshing. While the defendant tries the usual confusing sovereign citizen rhetoric, Judge Boyd keeps her composure and outmaneuvers him with grace and strategy. You could say she's playing chess while he's still figuring out how checkers works. As you watch this unfold, pay attention to how her approach shifts the energy in the room and let me know your thoughts on her strategy.
How's it going?
It'll be better.
All right. So my understanding, you want to represent yourself? All right. You're more than welcome to represent yourself. But here's the thing. Everybody says that they can be an attorney because all attorneys do is talk. That's what people think. But they don't realize there's a lot of knowledge, experience, and wisdom behind that.
Absolutely.
So if you want to have a jury trial where you represent yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. But once it's set for trial, it's going to trial and no one's going to be helping you. The state is not going to say, hey, we see that you really don't know the rules. So let me tell you this rule. They're not going to be doing that. My job is not going to be to help you with objections, help you with motions. That's 100% you. Do you understand?
I do. And are we on the record?
No, we're not on the record. What, you want to put something on the record?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Sure. All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 2974, State of Texas Vector versus Hector Casanova. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? And are you Hector Casanova?
No, for the record, I am the flesh and breathing man. I'm here on a special appearance to clarify any misunderstanding. I am not the legal fiction known as Hector J. Casanova that is on the information there. I just have a few questions to clarify some things.
All right. So if you would like to clarify some things, then the person I need to speak to is the flesh and blood man known as Hector Casanova.
Yes, I am the flesh and blood man, Hector Casanova Jr.
All right. So you are Hector Casanova, correct?
I am Hector Casanova Jr., the flesh and breathing man.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're breathing. So what did you want to place on the record?
Well, first, I don't understand the charges that are being brought against me.
Mhm.
There are some clarifications I do want to.
All right. So just 1 second before we get to that. Have you been given a copy of the indictment?
No, I have not.
All right. So we're going to get you a copy of the indictment. Just give me a moment. All right. Have a seat. We're going to come back on the record with this.
All right.
So we're back on the record in 2024 CR 2974, State versus Hector Casanova. All right, Mr. Casanova, here's the thing. And I want you to hear me clearly, right? I am not your attorney. The document that has been given you is a copy of the indictment. I'm not to give you information about your indictment. That's the indictment. That's what we're here for.
Right.
So any questions that you would have about that indictment, you're going to have to answer those for yourself. Otherwise, the person who will be telling you about what the indictment means and what the numbers are, that will be an attorney. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
You don't understand. That's the familiar phrase we often hear before things start to spiral, and this case is no exception. At this point, even the judge suggests ordering a competency evaluation, and honestly, it might be the most reasonable next step. It's hard not to wonder, Should there be an actual legal update specifically aimed at dealing with sovereign citizens? Imagine a law that stops these kinds of courtroom stunts in their tracks, something like a mandatory logic check before anyone can argue their own case. Picture this. If you want to represent yourself, you take a basic reality-based exam. Pass. It? Go ahead and proceed. Fail? A court-appointed lawyer steps in to help you stay grounded in actual law. It could save everyone time and a whole lot of confusion. Because let's face it, claiming you're not subject to the law doesn't magically cancel it. No amount of homemade legal jargon or printouts will override the Constitution. That's just not how it works. These folks seriously need to stop treating the legal system like it's a coloring book.
Example, we can go off the record. I'm giving you a hypothetical. All right. Let's say you needed surgery and you're in the middle of the wilderness. You need surgery and you tell me and you tell the doctor, guess what? I'm performing this surgery on my own. I don't need you. I'm walking out of the hospital. I'm going to go in the desert. Now, maybe the doctor would try to stop you and do other things. But if you go in that desert by yourself, don't tell the doctor where you are. You take a scalpel out in the desert by yourself. You don't get to call the doctor and say, hey, I'm in the middle of the desert performing surgery. I'm going to be my own anesthesiologist. I'm doing all of this. How do you do this? Because they're not going to tell you. It's the same thing here. You're saying that you do not want to be represented by an attorney. You want to represent yourself. So that motion, that indictment, I'm not to tell you anything about what that indictment is. The state is not to tell you, oh, this is what this indictment means. This is the range of punishment. Those are things that you're supposed to do. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
All right. So just have a seat. This is what's going to end up happening. You're going to have an attorney. That attorney is going to come over to the court right now. You're going to speak to that attorney. After you speak to that attorney, we're going to go forward. Ms. Ferguson, can you call manage to sign counsel and let them know that we need an attorney over here? And that attorney will talk to you. That attorney will tell you what that indictment means. That attorney will tell you the range of punishment. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
All right. Well, I don't know how I can further make you understand.
Are we on the record?
Yeah. All right. Norma, get someone from manage to sign counsel here, please. All right. Just have a seat and we're going to have an attorney come down. All right.
I would like to ask some questions on the record, if I may, while I have your time here.
Oh, no. Let me just tell you, you'll have my time till 5 o'clock because that's how long we're here. What is going to end up happening is an attorney from manage to sign counsel is going to come down. Do you understand?
I do not understand because I don't feel like I am needing an attorney because I'm here to represent myself as the flesh and breathing man, Hector Casanova Jr. Let's see. All right. So let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova
Just one
Jr.
second.
The
We're
accused
just
in
one
the
stop.
Yes, sorry.
All right. We're on the record. So what did you want the record to reflect?
So let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova Jr., the accused in this criminal action, has asked the court to divulge the nature and cause of the accusation upon the authority of the Sixth Amendment, and that this court has failed in its duty to inform me of the nature and cause of this.
It's hard to watch without shaking your head. This defendant is digging himself deeper with every sentence. He can't even keep track of his own story anymore. The judge spelled out the charges in plain language, but he's still pretending to be completely in the dark. It almost seems like he believes that dragging things out and sticking to his sovereign citizen routine will somehow change the outcome. Spoiler alert, it won't. The act is falling flat, and it's becoming more awkward by the minute. Seriously, how do you stand in court, get told exactly what you're accused of, and then respond? Like facts and truth are optional. At this point, it feels more like a performance than a defense. And let's not overlook the obvious lying to a judge. In court is perjury. That's not a minor issue. The judge has already laid everything out, and he's responding with straight up, falsehoods. Whether he realizes it or not, he's crossing a legal line that could have serious consequences.